Hello my dear students, how are you? I think all you are fine at home. Students, today we will begin with section C and the name of the poem is If, written by Rudyard Kipling. Students, do you know Rudyard Kipling? Yes, this is the poem who written your favorite book which is named Mowgli. Okay, did you see the episodes and some sections of Mowgli? Yes, there you might see a Mowgli in only one garment, only one pair of dress he have, and he is residing in jungle and he moving from one place to another. And this very interesting story and sections, even episodes of this story is written by Rudyard Kipling. And this is the best poet for you because you used to read the story and listen to the stories which is written by here Rudyard Kipling. So students, similarly, and the best poem which is related to the Rudyard Kipling if you have here in this class. So today we are going to begin with the poem If. So before beginning with the poem, so students, this poem is a part of your section C, If, Rudyard Kipling, and this is the stanza 1. Okay, and in this stanza we are going to make a single video, and the remaining stanzas we make another video for these kind of another stanzas. So students, let's begin with the poem If. Yes. Before beginning with the poem, I want to ask some silly questions from you. Okay, your parents daily advise you, you shouldn't do like this, you should like this, or you wouldn't did like this, or you wouldn't going outside, or these kind of advices and the little bit corrections are there in your work which will be corrected by your parents, isn't it? Yes. So every parents are advising you, okay, for doing something good, for doing something productive in your life. But you people wants to enjoy your life as it is with your way. But it is not a right thing, not listening to your parents' advice or not listening to them and not showing or respect towards them. It is a very bad thing at all. So you should respect elders, listen them, and what they wants to tell, you have to take care about this. Is it or not? Yes. So the same thing happens here in the poem If. Here a poet Rudyard Kipling wrote the poem If for his son. Here a father is writing a beautiful poem for his son, and his son follow his handwritten poem, or he don't follow and he will leave as its own way. So let's read it out what is there in the poem. So student, before beginning, just take out your book here. Here we have a book, comes to page number 43. Okay, page number 43. Here you have small warm-up activity. Let's read it out what it says. Warm-up. You must have received or given advice at some point in your life. How do you feel when someone advises you? See, how do you feel when someone advises you? You feel somehow pleasure, somehow accepting one, or you don't feel good, or you need not to correct yourself, or you think what I am, I should behave like this. No one supposed to give me advice, or you think like this. No, it shouldn't come in your life. This kind of attitude should be kept aside. Okay. In the chart, write about a difficult situation you faced and the advice you received from your parent or any other older person. So here two paragraph is given in a warm-up activity. Everyone should do this without fail. Here one column is difficulty and another one is advice given. So here you have to write your difficulty, what kind of difficult work you have to do daily, okay, and these difficult words will be completed by the elder ones by taking advices from them, isn't it? Yes, same thing you have to do it here. Okay students, do it and WhatsApp me where I am going to see it. Did you did right thing or it is wrong one? All right. So students, let's begin with the poem here. So I wrote a first paragraph of the poem because this video is all about the first stanza of the poem. So here, what did you know about this poem? Let's begin with this. Yes, if you can keep your head when all about you, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. Here, a first two lines of the stanza signifies to a straightforward questions to you. Here you refers to the son of Rudyard Kipling, but this poem signifies to all of the son, for you, for me also. My parents also wants to say something and they wants to give advice something to me. I have to follow them. I should obey them because they are the elders than me and they are my parents. Similarly, you also have to obey your parents, listen them. Okay, so here the son of Rudyard Kipling listening to his father, and his father is telling to him, if you can keep your head when all about you, you should keep your attitude, okay, keep your thinking with yourself, and it should be in a positive way. It shouldn't become negative. It shouldn't become so angry, okay. You should be always at the time of peace, patience, and you should remain calm, cool, and you shouldn't be become angry, okay. You shouldn't be become so arrogant, so anxious about something went wrong with you, isn't it? So here the first line of the stanza signifies that you should be more peace, more patience, you should calm, and you should be talented one, and you shouldn't become angry or anxious when something happens wrong to you. Yes, are losing theirs and blaming it on you. There are many of the peoples who losing their confidence, who losing their willing power, and they all the time blaming to others. Okay, this shouldn't happen in my life. You are the one who spoiled my life. You are the one who did a mistake here, and if you are not there, then this thing is going as it is. Okay, it is the good one earlier, but interfering of yours help in my work, it made a lot of wrongful thing in my work or in my life. So these kind of persons, some of the persons in your life, maybe you heard that some of your friends blaming you all the time, and they are so arrogant, they are so angry each and every time, and they are blaming you, they were scolding you. You shouldn't come here for playing. Why should you came? You came here, that's why I got out. If you are not here, then I would be doing very good in my life. So these kinds of friends maybe you have, and they always blaming you. Okay, at that time what you have to do? You should lose your patience, calmness, and you should fight against them. No, it's not a right thing. You shouldn't do like this. Here you have to advise them. No, it's all is not my fault. It may be a fault of some another's, or it may happen by hazardous. Okay, you should advise them. You shouldn't become so angry. You should remain in the calm state and in a peaceful mood here. All right. So here in the first stanza, first two lines of the stanza, what you read, you should remain in a peace. There should be peace in your life. There should be peace in your life. Now comes to another two lines of the stanza. If you can't trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. Okay, what is there in the another two lines of this stanza? If a time comes where you can't trust on yourself. Why you can't trust on yourself? Because people are blaming you again and again. Hey, Ron is not a good boy. He did a very wrong activity and he spoiled our work. He spoiled our activity. So he shouldn't be come here. So he is a person which we supposed to blame him. Okay, your friends, some people surrounding you always blame yourself. Okay, blaming you, and at that time what you have to do, you should trust on yourself. Okay, you shouldn't accept their blaming. If they are blaming, you should think why they are blaming me, what kind of thing or what kind of wrongful thing I did in their life. You should think about yourself. If you find that no, I am not a wrong person, I'm a good person, so you shouldn't be get anger, or you shouldn't be get disturbed from their blamings or from their opposing words, or they blaming you or they opposing you. Shouldn't be get disturbed from that, or you shouldn't be become arrogant when these kind of people always blaming. These people are blaming because they are blaming themselves in the previous days, and now they are blaming themselves you. And these kind of people are so arrogant, and they don't know about something good in their life. They know only that we have to blame others, we have to make some kind of corrections in others, but they don't think that we need to corrections in ourselves. Then only we can achieve our goal, achieve our aim, we can go in a good and stable way. So they don't think like this. Only what they know is blaming others and torturing others and making them, pulling them down. Okay, at that time you shouldn't be get arrogant, you shouldn't be get disturbed by them. You should think about this. If you are correct, you have to follow your way rather than bothering about them. So you shouldn't give your attitude of accepting. Should have the attitude of accepting. Don't unaccept anything, accept each and everything. And if it is your fault, accept it. If it is not your fault, don't accept. Just try to advise them, give them advice, and tries to correct them. If they don't listen, just leave it. It's all dependent on them. All right, now comes to another two stanzas of the poem. If you can wait and not be tired of waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Okay, if you can wait and not be tired of waiting. See students, in this beautiful life, everyone is doing good activity for achieving their goal, and the way they should hard work. Hard work is a success, and hard work brings success once a day in your life. If you give up your hard work, consistency, and you sit as it idle, then no one going to do nothing with you. Even you are wasting your own time, and a life teaches you a bigger lessons when the times comes. So students, do hard work, do daily work. Okay, don't waste your time, don't sit idle, and follow your aim. And whatever you want to become, just fulfill its criteria and go for its achievement, go for its success. But don't sit idle there. Okay, if you sit idle, then what happens? You're never going to achieve your goal. And one more thing, here you should have the patience for waiting your goal, for waiting something that you are deserving. If you shouldn't have a patience, then what happens? You will be diverted to another thing. Okay, when the time comes where you have to grasp it, maybe you were there, not. You were staying or you were sitting somewhere else, and that opportunity comes and go has it in vain. So you have a power of patience, power of accepting, power of waiting for a long and long time for someone, for something to be get achieved, to be get succeed in your life. You are understanding what I am telling? So these are the three main things what you learn from the first stanza of the poem If. Yes, here in the first two lines you read about peace, and here in the another two lines of the poem you read about doubt. Okay, don't Okay, don't give the opportunity to others to doubt on you. If they are doubting, just ask them why you're doubting. I didn't did any kind of wrong activity. Maybe it's wrong with you. You should cross question them. So it is all about doubt. And in another two lines of this poem, it tells about waiting. You should have patience. You should have patience and stableness in you. If you don't have patience, then what happens? You are never going to be achieve your aim. All right. Now comes to another two lines of this stanza. What it tells: or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being lied about, don't deal in lies. If you are lying, then what happens? If you're not lied, but someone were telling that you are lying and you are telling wrong thing, just neglect those peoples. If you know, no, I am not lying, I am a good person, I am a true one, and I always speak truth, then be stable, be on your way. Don't bother about this. But because these kind of peoples they want to frustrate you, they want to make something correction in you. All right? Yes. Or being hated and don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you are hated by someone, you should ask why you are hating me. I didn't did such kind of wrong activity. What is there in me to hate? Okay, just don't hate me. Okay, love me. Okay, just make a friendship with me. Okay, and here, if you are hating me, what is the reason? Just ask about all these questions. To whom? To the person who is doing all this kind of unexpected activity with you. So you have to ask the questions from others why you are hating. And also don't raise such kind of situation where people hate you. Nor your friends or nor your enemies should hate you. Everyone should love you. These kind of qualities you should develop in you, students. All right. And yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. And yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. Here, if you are intelligent, if you are wise one, don't do show off. Yes, I'm a intelligent, I'm a good, so I have to be supposed to be front. Okay, I shouldn't sit back, or I shouldn't sit idle, or I shouldn't sit silent. I should give response. I should do each and everything by myself, by not taking any help. If you do these kind of things, what it seems, you are too overconfident, you are too over performer, then no one is going to make you friend. What they will think, he is so overconfident person, he is so very high attitude person, we shouldn't talk to him. So people will start thinking about this. So that's why Rudyard Kipling is telling to his son that, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. So students, go through this first stanza of this poem. It is very beautiful. Afterwards we will go to another stanza of this poem. So students, have a nice day and thank you for watching this first stanza of Rudyard Kipling's If poem.